Hi, in the previous video, that is, what are options contract and how are they different from futures, we discussed how options contracts work from a buyer's point of view. Now, in order to understand how options work for a seller, let us take the same example to understand the seller side of the story. In case of an options contract, assume you are bearish on a stock, or your view is that the stock will not go up from current levels. It will either stay range bound around current levels or will go down. The stock is trading at Rs 670 today. You decide to sell a call option at a premium of Rs 50 at a strike price of Rs 750. So, what does this mean? This means that you have the obligation to sell the same stock 1 month later at Rs 750. Since you take up this obligation, you receive a small amount of Rs 50 as premium. Also, you need to understand that as a seller, you are under an obligation only when the buyer exercises their right. Otherwise, the contract gets lapsed and no obligation is undertaken by you. Now, if the share price on the maturity date, that is after 1 month, is more than Rs 750, then what will be the situation? The buyer of an option will exercise his right, which means after 1 month, if the share is trading at Rs 850, you have the obligation to sell the stock at Rs 750. So, if the stock price moves above Rs 750, you have an obligation to sell shares at Rs 750. If the share price stays at or below Rs 750, the buyer does not exercise his right and you are not under any obligation as the contract lapses. And you get to keep the Rs 50 premium, which is actually your profit. An arrangement of this sort means you are writing an option or selling an option. After you get into this agreement, there are only 3 possibilities which can occur. Case 1. The stock price can increase, say to Rs 850. If the stock price goes up, then you are under an obligation to sell the stock at Rs 750. The P&L would look like this. Price at which the stock is sold by you is equal to Rs 750. Premium received Rs 50. So effective cost incurred is equal to Rs 800. Current market price is equal to Rs 850. Loss is equal to 850 minus 800, that is Rs 50. Case 2. The stock price can fall, say to Rs 650. If the stock price goes down to Rs 650, obviously it does not make sense for the buyer to buy it at Rs 750, as effectively he would be spending Rs 800, that is 750 plus 50, for a stock that's available at Rs 650 in the open market. Hence, the contract is lapsed and you do not have any obligation. Hence, your premium received of Rs 50 is your profit amount. Case 3. The stock price can remain same at Rs 750. Likewise, if the stock stays flat at Rs 750, it simply means you are spending Rs 800 to buy a stock which is available at Rs 750 from a buyer's point of view. Hence again, he would not invoke your right to buy the stock at Rs 750. So, the contract is lapsed and the premium of Rs 50 is your profit. So, we understand that in an option contract, one person who is paying a small amount to buy the choice or right is the option buyer, and the person who is receiving the premium is the option seller or option writer. The risk or loss faced by the option seller is unlimited to the amount of price rise over and above the agreed price to take up the obligation. The profits earned by the seller are limited to the premium amount received, and he earns only this when the contract is lapsed or the right is not exercised by the buyer. Thank you for watching the video. In investment in the securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing. Such representations are not indicative of future results.